Therapy is expensive, but The Chosen is not. That is my little soundbite that I have procured over the course of seeing these 3 episodes of The Chosen Season 5, which I am deeming some of the best episodes, if not the best episodes of the show that I've ever seen. I really, really enjoyed these 3 episodes, episodes 3, 4, and 5 of Season 5. They were so powerful, so awesome, and I think the show is just getting better and better with every season, and this is just so good. I think they nailed it here. At the end of episode 4, I'm not going to give any details or spoilers if you haven't seen it, but the end of episode 4, I did cry as well. I've been hearing a lot of other people crying in that ending, and I did. I got emotional, as well as kind of the end of episode 3 as well. There was multiple points where I did. These episodes were so powerful, and I think they just nailed the emotions in these episodes really, really well. The great thing about spending an entire season in Holy Week is that, like, I just love being able to just marinate and being able to feel the impact of these scenes, as we're seeing in episodes 3, 4, and 5 specifically, where we haven't really got as much of a chance to do that in some of the other seasons, where we're just, there's tons of, like, really scriptural moments. A lot of stuff is quoted from Scripture. Like, there's a good bit of these episodes, like, majority is from Scripture, it feels like, and I love just being able to being able to just, like, be in these scenes in this world and get to spend time. We're not rushing or jumping around to different things. I just really feel like we're experiencing this season in its full glory. We don't have to, like, jump around to different points in time or, like, squish things together. Everything feels very well structured. And I just love the amount of time that we get to spend with these characters and just watching what's going on in the events unfold and all of the different storylines that we're following, and that we're continuing that interesting thing they're doing with the Last Supper, where they're kind of spreading it out amongst the season. That's not a spoiler if you've seen part 1 and 2, or just part 1, episodes 1 and 2. But these 3 episodes were a lot better. I loved episodes 1 and 2. I thought they were great, and I think these episodes are even greater. They really, this is setting up really great season for me, just in terms of the weight and the impact of the things that are about to come, and how we're feeling that, and that we're approaching that, and we're really fleshing out the environment and the characters and the events surrounding the things we see in Scripture and the scriptural embellishments that The Chosen does so well. We're really feeling those, but even I think that these are some of the best portrayed Bible moments that we've seen in the show so far, because sometimes, like The Chosen is the definitive portrayal of a lot of these moments from Scripture, because they're portraying it they're actually thinking about how to portray it in a different way than other projects have done before. But sometimes I'm wondering, if this is the portrayal, how I would view it, or how it would have actually gone down, or if it's just, like, being used to teach a greater lesson. And a lot of the scenes in this episode feel like the definitive version of how these sequences would have played out. And I love just how the characters are all approaching the end here, and these upcoming really terrible events. But we're doing all of the script heavy lifting, the story heavy lifting, to move us towards those events in a natural way that feels like that's how it would have gone down, and it feels natural for a television medium, which is, something that Chosen has always done well. Man, these episodes, they're just so good. The more I think about them, the more I love just everything that we got here. There's so much to chew on, and there's so many great moments. The acting, the performances from everybody across the board. I mean, The Chosen knows how to hire great actors, obviously, but the performances, especially Jonathan, who I just, like, again, I just can't imagine, being human and expressing these emotions in front of a camera. It just doesn't seem physically possible to me. Sometimes I'm just like, wow, I just don't imagine. I can't imagine how he does that. It's just beautiful. His performances this episodes are really, really intense. And I don't think there's as many moments not as many. There aren't really any moments that are controversial, I think, in these episodes, because there's so much more Scripture. And I love that. I love that we have so many more moments that are just directly from the Bible, and a lot of dialogue that's just pulled from Scripture. We get a little bit more of the Watcher in these episodes. We don't learn his name. I just did a video about who I think the Watcher is, and I don't know if I'm still sticking to that anymore, because we still don't learn his name, but we do get a little bit more information about him in these episodes. And yeah, I don't know where I'm shifting on that. I don't know where I'm turning on that one. So that mystery is still being unraveled, but we are moving more and more closer to the events that we know are coming. And I think, I'm really excited to see how the finale plays out because we still have 3 more episodes. And we feel pretty close to the end of what the season would be. So I'm just really, really excited about that. I mean, that's just going to be awesome. The way they set up the next part is going to be super cool. And even the trailer they showed at the end for the last 3 episodes, there's some moments in there that are just really exciting. But I love Judas. Judas's storyline, he's actually present here in these 3 episodes. He wasn't as much in the first 2. He was kind of in the background. These episodes, he's very much, we're focusing on his turn. And I think his arc to turning to the dark side is just really well done. Luke does a great job at his performance, as he always does. All the performances are great. But the way he's progressing towards, how he's thinking and how he eventually makes the choice that he makes was done really well. It feels really natural. And I just love Judas's descent here. It's just great. These episodes got to be some of my favorites. Like, I just think they're perfect. I don't think there's anything else. There's one thing at the end of the episode 3 that I wasn't too thrilled about. I would say that's the only thing that, it kind of just took me out of the scene a little bit. Usually I'm fine. I won't say what it was for those who haven't seen it, but I usually am on board when The Chosen does these kind of things because I can see why it fits into the story. But there's one thing at the end of episode 3 that I was just kind of it kind of took me out of the scene. So I will say that was the only thing that I could think of if I had to give a criticism. But again, I don't really like giving the criticisms, but it is really good. I just really enjoyed it. This is just my theater reaction. It's 1:00 in the morning. So just, wow, I was floored. It's a euphoric experience to watch this in theaters. I didn't get a ton of people in my crowd. I didn't either for last time, but that's because I saw it in IMAX. This time I didn't. Because I wanted the QR code. No. But it was, I wanted to have more people. I always like to have a bigger crowd so we can have, the communal experience, but I guess it's okay. I just wish as many people would see this as possible because it's phenomenal. Oh yeah. They just hit their stride. You know what I'm saying? They've settled into their groove. They're locked in. They know what they're doing. And every season just gets better. So then when you get to this season, these 3 episodes, I was just really, really impressed. I saw it with my dad and with a friend because my dad had seen the first 2 at the premiere, but he hadn't seen these ones, so we wanted to go see them. And it was just great. I loved every second of it. The writing is phenomenal. The music was really cool. And yeah, there was quite a few moments that got me emotional. There's some more emotional scenes in here as opposed to the first 2 episodes. In the first 2 episodes, it was more like kick butt and fun and different. And this is more of what I feel like The Chosen does so well. It plays to its strengths more in these 2 episodes to where, yeah, we're getting a lot more scripture, but we're also focusing more on what would the disciples have been feeling when this happened and that kind of thing, which is something The Chosen, originally branded themselves for. So it's more of that, which is The Chosen strong suit. So it was great. I loved it. I was going to love it, but have you seen it yet? Let me know what you thought. Did you like these episodes? What are your thoughts on them? Just give me your full discussion down below in the comments. And hey, if you haven't seen it, you have been warned, okay? People are going to be able to talk about whatever they want down below in the comments, so just don't read them, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be talking about so much from these episodes because there's so much to talk about. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next one. Been Jesus.